We are having so much fun, and we know you're going to love our next guest. His name is Tony Walker, and he is a comedy guy. Comedy cures everything. So.
Absolutely. I had cancer at the age of 32, and I do believe that the laughter and the positive attitude got me through it just as much as the medications did, which led to the comedy troupe that I run called Knockem Comedy. We do dinner theater, murder mysteries, game shows, kid shows. We're not stand-up or anything like that, just comedy shows, variety shows.
You go to restaurants and where else? Like theaters?
Restaurants, private parties, corporate events, fundraisers. Did I say fundraisers?
Fundraisers, firehouse.
Comedy shows, they're murder mysteries, they're audience participation. It's a scripted show because there's clues and hints that have to go out, but it's not a don't blink or you'll miss something. It's not Agatha Christie.
Right.
It's a comedy. It's lighthearted, but one of the characters does get killed,
right.
And then the audience has to figure out who did it and why. And if it's a private party or a corporate event, we personalize it to fit their event.
Now, do you ask the audience for help with the mysteries? Or
Yeah, they solve it.
All by themselves?
Based on what they saw during the show, we even give them a little section where they can interrogate the suspects.
Oh, that's
and,
fun.
So we'll deflect, deny, point fingers at other characters, but everybody makes the rounds throughout the whole room and talks to people.
The show is guaranteed. It's 100% guaranteed fun.
Totally.
Everywhere we go,
always.
Everybody loves that show.
The audience they just get so involved, and there's just such a part of the show, and that makes it even better.
Other things that you do aside from
we
mystery.
do game shows.
Oh, the game show, we have a podium with lights and buzzers and sounds, and it's basically
Like
a
a
trivia
family
game
feud.
show, or it could be, again, we ad-lib with that too. So they may want a trivia game show, but if we show up and they're a loud, boisterous group and they're a lot of fun, we could ask them to do funny physical challenges or do some karaoke or whatever, or name that tune, whatever we feel like doing, and they'll be willing to do. We'll take it there.
What movie introduced the phrase, "There's no crying in baseball"?
What letter comes after A? Go ahead. B is correct!
Is there a favorite skit that you do that just still cracks you up every time you do it?
We do a lot of audience participation murder mystery shows, comedic murder mystery shows. And there's two shows. We have a mob show. We're in New York. You have to have the mob shows. And we have a Redneck Wedding, which is just
Oh, that I
it's
have to
a
come
lot
see
of
that
fun.
one.
You're welcome
Yeah!
anytime. Anytime. In fact, I even
Well,
brought
growing
you a
up in
shirt.
St. Louis, Missouri, I have to say, you did?
Oh, of course I did. That you will wear
Hey!
everywhere you go. In fact, I have a whole bunch. I'm giving one out to everybody.
Everywhere I go. Okay.
That's right.
There you go.
Knockem Comedy.
Oh,
we
that's
call it.
great.
Can I
Knockem
pretend I'm
Comedy.
drinking something?
Excellent. Yeah, you can pretend like
Thanks,
you're drinking
thanks.
something.
I'm having fun on the set.
We actually do put water in it when guests ask,
Just
we
not
do. But
this
if you
guest,
if you don't ask ahead of time, wait, this one's full of water. You ready? One, two,
Nice.
three. All right, there you go.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what?
Had an awesome time.
All right. KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, all right.
conversation with me in your head because I didn't.
No, I did. I told
hear any of this. This is all like completely new stuff. So, weirdo. I feel like you need to move over more because the thing's right in your face. "10 seconds.
This is Govs Radio. Govs Radio.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show, coming at you live from Governor's Comedy Club, the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. Thanks for joining us this morning. GovsRadio.com is the website. You can see our show there live right now.
Okay. Okay, let's just do that for only.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is brought to you by the Roslyn Social, North Shore's premier rooftop lounge, located in the heart of Roslyn Village at 1363 Old Northern Boulevard. Give them a call, 516-801-4963, and say hi to Nick. Fantastic food, great atmosphere, just a great time all around. The Knockem. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Podcast, coming at you live from Governor's Comedy Club, the legendary Governor's Comedy Club right here in Levittown. Look at that beautiful studio we have. That studio could be yours. We're selling. No, I'm kidding. That you could do podcasts right here in this studio with us right here in this room. If you would like to do your own podcast, come on in, join us. We'd love to have you. We're putting together new shows here at Governor's Comedy Club, Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club. What better place to do a podcast but from a legendary place like Governor's? Go to govs.com and find out their schedule, find out who's playing the club, and make your reservations. Govs.com. I did not look to see who's playing the clubs this weekend. Would you like me to do that? I will do that. Thank you for joining us this morning. Hope you're having a good Monday so far. Hope your weekend was good. If you're in our neck of the woods, we had a little snow this morning, but it's nothing. It was like a dusting. The Rocco and Travis Hour Live, a special event in a little room this weekend. Joe Matarese is playing this weekend. That's at Governor's right here in Levittown. Whoops. Let's see. What's at the brokerage this weekend? Mike Burton is playing the brokerage this weekend. And don't forget at the brokerage, Joe Levy and Kevin Brennan and of course Eleanor Kerrigan, who's fantastic. They're playing the brokerage soon. Joey Cola, February 19th, coming up at the brokerage. McGuire's in Bohemia. What's cooking? Joe Matarese is playing there this weekend as well. Kevin Downey Jr. is playing next weekend. All sorts of great stuff. And don't forget, Compound Media. They're playing right here at Governor's in Levittown, February 26th, I believe, that last weekend of February. Those guys are great. So that's going to be a really great show, so come check that out. And speaking of which, we'd like to thank Joe Curry. Joe Curry stopped by the studio on Saturday night when Don and Jeff and I were here, and we had a great talk with Joe. Joe's just a super, super good guy. He gave us a lot of his time, which was very nice of him. Great comedian. So we want to thank him. And then he thanked us on his Facebook page. He thanked us for having him. Meanwhile, we should be thanking him like crazy. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Live from Governor's Green Room this past Saturday. We also checked in with Jeff Bosey's wife. We got her on the phone because we didn't believe half the stuff that Jeff says about her. And she was delightful. She was delightful, so we really enjoyed that. And speaking of phones, I'm all full of segues today. The phone lines are open. There's the phone number right there. Give me a call today. As you can see, I'm by myself. I got a lot to talk about, but call me anyway because I love talking to you guys. And please, right here, right there, please share the show on all your social media pages. Please hit that thumbs up icon. I'm talking about YouTube, of course. Please share the YouTube link. And tell everybody you know about the great shows here at Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, especially this one since we're on right now. But also, of course, including Steve Squared, which is on tonight. Steve Squared is on tonight at 6:30. The Wirt at 8 o'clock. All sorts of great shows. Good Times, Bad Times with Joey Petroni returns this week. It's coming on Thursday at 6:30. There will be a Top Fives on Friday. Of course, Christy Miller every Sunday. Hope you're enjoying those. So lots of cool stuff. Yes, the phone lines are open. So give me a call today. We got some stuff to talk about here. I got two more announcements. One quick announcement, of course. Go to knockemdeadcomedy.com. Find out what we got going on. Joe's Beansy says hello. And, of course, right here, if you're in this neck of the woods, our neck of the woods, Nassau County, if you're anywhere on Long Island, and you're free on February 12th, head on down to the American Legion Hall, post 1812. That's in Plainview, which is here in Nassau County. They're going to have a game night, Family Feud, Jeopardy, Speed Trivia, Wheel of Fortune, and more, all in one fun-filled night. For just $75 a person, you get a hot buffet, you get the entertainment, you get an open bar. It's going to be a lot of fun, and of course, all the proceeds benefits the Nassau County PAL Special Needs Unit. The Nassau County PAL Special Needs Unit, the very first PAL in the whole country, Nassau County, to have a special needs division. And, of course, we're talking about our special needs community where they get to take part in all sorts of cool sports programs like basketball, bowling, lacrosse, and other fine programs as well, like yoga and some other sports and a computer class and painting class. We have all sorts of cool programs for the Nassau County PAL Special Needs Unit. So all the proceeds from this event goes to the unit. There'll be raffles. There'll be a 50-50 and this fun game night. which I know you're going to love. So be sure to check that out and come on down. Please join us on February 12th. The price is well worth it, and you get a lot in return, and it's a good cause. We should have Beansy. I should video me working in casino. Okay, that's nice. I don't know why you bring that up, but okay. So, hope everybody had a great weekend. Lots to talk about from this weekend. Congratulations to all you Kansas City Chiefs fans. Who else is playing? I think the 49ers are still in it. Okay, so if you saw our show on Friday, we had Andy sitting here. We had our lovely guest, Jennifer, was here. And we had a lot to talk about. So apparently I pissed off DJ D-Love by disconnecting the phones. He left me some messages. I have not listened to them yet. I figured I'd share them with you guys and play them live. So I don't know if he's going to call today. I haven't seen him. I have not seen his name pop up. But I'm going to play his messages here. All right. So he left me 4 messages. So, all right. So let's see what happens here. Message number 1. Oh, all right. It's just a picture. Oh, it is video. It's video.
DJ Love having fun, Tony. Live Tuesday today, buddy. I told you I wanted to.
Okay. Let's see. So these are all videos of him dancing, apparently. I think they're all the same video. Yeah, they're all the same video. Okay, so. All right, well, that was anticlimactic. I thought he was going to yell at me. Because he sent me messages. You know, you hung up on, you didn't take my call. I'm going to kick your ass. So, all right. On Friday, we have, if you guys remember back in June, we had a guest here with Andy and I. His name is Nick. He was a young, new comedian, but he was heading into the service. So we were wishing him well and sending him on his way. Well, he completed boot camp and some other classes, and now he's a man. So he'll be back here this Friday with me and Andy. So that'll be interesting. Curious to see how that goes and see how he made out. Beansy says, "Oh, he'll call. Trust me." All right, Beansy and DJ are getting really close. I'm a little nervous. It's a little uncomfortable. All right, so we'll get through some sad news first. Of course, again, if you're here on Long Island, you know most people are big Islander fans. We lost Clark Gillies, captain of the Islanders from 77 to 79, and won the Stanley Cup 4 years in a row from 80 to 83. In 958 career games, Gillies recorded 319 goals, 378 assists, and 1,023 penalty minutes. He was elected to the Hockey Hall of Fame in 2002. And he's not from this area, but he lived on Long Island after his career with the Islanders. He stayed here, became a Long Islander. And we welcomed him with open arms. He was a business development manager at Protective Wealth Consultants in Huntington. He played in 30 to 40 charity softball games per year and was inducted into the Suffolk Sports Hall of Fame in 1998. Great man, great hockey player. Very sad news. You know what I don't like? I can't stand when, like, sometimes you'll hear about a celebrity who's old or sick, you know, and you kind of know that it's coming. You know, this one's going to die. It's not looking good. Or when it's sudden. You know, when somebody dies suddenly, it'll say, so-and-so died, you know, had cancer, but, you know, wasn't public. But, you know, But I can't stand when people put out press releases. Clark Gillies died today at the age of 67. That's it? Nobody, like, was he sick? Was he in a car crash? Like, 67 is not that old. You know, what happened? You know, I just, out of nowhere, so-and-so died today. He's gone. Makes me nuts. Hello, commenter. Good morning, people of the Governor's Podcast. Good morning to the commenting commenter. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us today. Again, right there. Please hit the thumbs up. We're talking about on the YouTube channel. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this channel to every place. And then the other sad news, which we've been talking about, but some new details came out about Meatloaf. As we know, Meatloaf passed away a few days ago at the age of 74. But that's what I mean. We've heard, that he had been, had some health issues. We knew he had some stuff going on. But then it came out that he died of COVID, which is a shame. But he had underlying issues. But then it came out afterwards, just over the weekend. Turns out the man was anti-vax, which is, I'm not going to get into, whether you're for the vax or not. To each their own, in my opinion. I do feel it helps most people. But I also feel it doesn't help everybody, and I do feel it certain people shouldn't take it. But so but it does either way. It makes me sad to hear that that he died from that. And I'm not sitting here saying the vaccine could have helped him, because we don't know that. And I'm sure there's good arguments for both sides of that. But either way, it's just sad that he had to die from that. Very talented guy, great music. He had some shit music, but when you record Bat Out of Hell, that's all you need. So he was great. Hey, Matt Grice, I will do anything for love, but I won't wear masks. No, I won't wear masks. So that sucks that we lost. It always sucks to lose your meat. Did you guys see that meme going around with, Bob Saget asking Betty White what to do for dinner, and she's like, "How about meatloaf?" So, Matt Christ, too soon? No, it's not too soon. I just told you about this meme. No, it's not too soon at all. I noticed Jeff Bosey. I have not seen his name checking in yet. Maybe he got beat up after he got home on Saturday night, after Don and I called his wife and asked him questions. I don't know. Hope Jeff, hope you're alive, and hope you're walking. She sounded delightful. I thought she was fun. So again, thanks for Jeff for always being a good sport. Thanks to Joe Curry for his time in the little room, and of course, in the studio, and of course Chuck Fox as well, who hung out for a while. Some great comedians. Bat Out of Hell is awesome, says Matt Grice. Yes, like I said, you record that album, you could put out an album of farts for the rest of your career, and you'd still be one of the best ever for putting out Bat Out of Hell. Really, talk about a fantastic album. What about Louis Anderson? Yeah, we talked about that last week as well. Very sad. Yeah, comedy's been taking a tough hit in the past, month or two? Louis Anderson and Norm Macdonald, Bob Saget. I'm good and alive, says Jeff Bosey. Happy to hear it. Brendan Burt, listening for a week and a half, and I just now realized you guys are on Long Island. Where are you, Brendan Burt? Where are you? But it doesn't matter where we are, because, through the power of Facebook and YouTube, we have viewers in England. We have one viewer in Russia. We're all over the states, of course. Bosie had to get a locksmith to get in the house. or maybe just in the bedroom. I'm not sure. He just says had to get a locksmith to get in, though. Well, you know what? I'm just assuming it's somewhere in the house. Maybe it's somewhere else he tried to get in where he needed a locksmith. So yeah, we've been losing a lot of people. Transplanted from New York City. The phone is ringing. Transplanted from New York City is Brendan Burt. So what do you mean, transplanted from? So does that mean you're not in New York City anymore? Are you on Long Island? Where are you? All right, let me get the phone here. What are you, a spokesman now?
Yeah, I'm a spokesman for you.
For me? I was talking about for him.
Yeah.
No, because you're telling me he's going to call. So, and now you're calling.
yeah.
And now you're calling before him. So I figured maybe you're calling with a message.
He's probably still sleeping from that video.
It looked like he was rocking and rolling in that video. He was dancing.
Yeah, he was rocking and rolling like a bobblehead or a bobhead, whatever they call them fucking things.
Wow. Is that the plan when he comes down to visit you? You're going to take him to a roller rink and you guys will skate together?
Yeah, we'll skate together hand to hand.
That's a sight for you right there.
You ain't kidding. How was your weekend?
Not bad. How about yourself?
Not bad. I worked this weekend, actually, and I'm working right now.
Are you really? You working right now?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I said I got to take a video of the casino.
Oh, that's why you said you would actually. You would probably get your ass kicked if you took video in there, right?
No, not really.
Really?
No. You could take video here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I figured they, wouldn't allow that. You could see all the, tricks of the trade and all the, under the table stuff that's going on in that casino.
Well, I tell you something. New York is the only one that, with the casinos and all that, you can't videotape. Over here, you can videotape. You could sit at a 3-card poker table, and you could be on the phone with your wife if you want. You could talk on the phone and everything.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking nuts, man.
What kind of casino are you working in?
I work in Hard Rock.
Really? It's the Hard Rock?
Yeah, Hard Rock in Fort Lauderdale.
You say casino.
Yep.
You're really just running a bingo in McDonald's, aren't you?
Yeah, right.
So
shit, they should actually.
So no wonder they have you for security because there's really not a lot of ass kicking going on in this place.
No, not in Hard Rock. But if you go to the local casino, like Isles Casino in Pompano, actually Pompano Racetrack over there, it's a racino. Over there, it's like, I don't know, it's like Bum's Alley.
Oh my goodness! Look at you, trash talking the competition.
Well, I started there and then I transferred over to Hard Rock.
Oh. Wow.
I mean, this one's about 45 minutes from my house, but that's okay.
And it doesn't sound very busy. I don't hear anything in the background.
Oh, well,
You're in the bathroom.
Respected you. No. I respected you because the noise and the machines and everything, so I pulled away.
Oh. And meanwhile, you have your coworkers looking for him. Where'd Joe go? Where'd he go?
Yeah, where's Joe? He's probably fucking hanging out somewhere again. No, I'm all around. I'm walking all around,
Very nice. Looking all threatening?
Yeah. Big and nice and tough. Meanwhile, I'm a wimp. Nah. I mean, this is like you said, there's nothing really going on here.
Yeah.
But you still need security, of course.
Of course.
So, yeah.
Very
and
nice.
It's Monday morning. Nobody's here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get everybody to watch the Knockem Dead podcast, but
thank you.
It's not working.
Yeah, I haven't figured out how to get people to watch either.
Yeah, right? So.
All right, well, you enjoy your day at work, and thanks for checking in as always.
Okay, you guys take care.
All right, Joe, we'll see you.
All right, bye now.
Beansy checking in. Let's see. Brendan Burt is in East Meadow. Oh, look at that. You're right next door. Oh, so you moved from New York City to to East Meadow. Matt Grice, I tuned in from the middle of the Gulf of Mexico last week. Well, thanks for that. And yeah, what's going on with you, Matt? I saw you posted something that you weren't home for like 50 days or some shit. What do you do? What are you doing? What's happening? Are you wanted? Are you on the run? All right, so we got a lot to talk about here. Trying to think of where to go first. A lot of it. So I was talking about Meatloaf with being anti-vax. So I have a few things. All right, yeah. So I'll stick with that theme. We'll talk about vaccinations and craziness for a few minutes. Massapequa School District. Massapequa is a town here on Long Island. It's actually where Sally's house is. Massapequa Schools, and she has one son in Massapequa Schools. They have announced that because right now here in New York, we're mandated to wear masks in public. And I believe that mandate ends this weekend, February 1st. Oh, that's not this weekend. That's a week from tomorrow. As long as that mandate isn't extended, Massapequa schools have announced they are not mandating masks at all anymore. That, it's really up to, the people. It's up to the teachers, up to the students. They can do whatever they want. I'm curious, what do you guys think about that? I personally think it's a great move. I'm hoping other schools will now follow suit. You do have, unfortunately, you have people like Meatloaf who are, passing away from COVID, but people are always going to pass away from COVID just like they pass away from any other virus or disease. It's unfortunate, but it's just the way it is. It looks like for now anyway, that this Omicron, whatever, however you say it, Omnipop. It seems like the virus is leveling off. It's not, this strain is the weakest strain we've had, and it seems like, maybe now we can, have a herd immunity. Maybe we're now going to just learn to live with it and learn to take care of ourselves and battle it just like we do with every virus. It's not going to be as threatening as it was almost 2 years ago. 2 years ago, man. It's amazing how it's 2 years already. But so I'm excited about it, and I hope this is the beginning of, just getting back to, and I don't like to say getting back to, because things were never normal, but just some kind of semi-normalcy where we're just not worrying about it all the time anymore, and we don't have to wear masks, and we can just, not be so crazy anymore. We all lost our minds in this mess. So Massapequa schools removing the mask mandate. So and hopefully it's just a sign that things are just going to continuously to get better. Continuously to get better. It's a sign that things will continue to get better. How's that? Yeah. The other vaccine story I have, did you guys hear about, which I'm surprised this has not been bigger news. Have you guys heard about this school teacher from Long Island? She's a school teacher with no formal medical qualifications. She's been arrested for giving a COVID vaccine to a student. Well, actually, it's not really. Well, it's a 17-year-old, but it's not one of her students. It was actually, she's from a town called Seacliff, which is on the north shore of Long Island, almost directly north of here, maybe a little west. Probably maybe 20 or 30 minutes north of here. It's up very upper middle class, semi-rich area. Laura Russo administered the dose at her home despite having no legal authorization to give jabs or consent from the boy's parents. This was a friend of her son's. They took video of this and they posted it. The 17-year-old boy reportedly wanted the vaccine but started feeling sick after Russo gave him the shot, which is why the boy eventually went back to his parents, told them what happened, and then they took action. Russo could face 4 years in prison. Injections can be dangerous if administered incorrectly. No duh. Remember that in the 70s? No duh. Doctors and licensed medical workers have to verify that a vaccine is not counterfeit or expired. Patients should also be asked about their medical history and have their reaction monitored after a jab. Police say it is unclear how Russo, what's her first name? Laura Russo obtained the alleged COVID vaccine or what brand it is. Currently, the Pfizer jab is the only one authorized for Americans under 18. Video of the incident appears to show Ms. Russo telling the teenager, "You'll be fine, I hope." She actually says that. "You'll be fine, I hope. Here you go, at-home vaccine." Jabs this poor 17-year-old in the shoulder. Officials say the boy's parents called Nassau police after he came home and told them what had happened and that he was feeling sick. She obtained a vaccine. It says Nassau Police Commissioner Patrick Ryder, who is awesome, by the way. That guy is fantastic. They're still investigating how she got the vaccine. She had the needle and, the whole jab thing because she has, I believe it's her parents who have bad diabetes, so she has the plunger and all that, the needle. She had all that from taking care of her parents with diabetes, but how she got the vaccine itself is still under investigation. The superintendent of Herrick's High School, which is where she's a teacher, which is in Mineola, which is like maybe a half hour west of us, said in a statement that the teacher is a district employee who has been removed from the classroom and reassigned pending the outcome of the investigation. She had a court hearing this past Friday where she pled not guilty. And if you look around at the news reports, the reporters talk to her lawyer, who actually says, the lawyer actually says she was doing something good because the boy wanted a vaccine, so she was doing something good. I don't care where you stand about, with the vaccinations and all this. I don't care where you stand on it. There is no way, no reason to justify this woman taking it upon herself to give anybody, let alone a minor, the vaccine. First off, right or wrong, the parents have the say. And again, this woman is not a doctor. And she's a teacher. You would think she'd be smarter than that. And then on top of it, to make a video. And like, oh yeah, so yeah, I'm going to give you this behind your parents' back. Okay, just don't tell them. Oh, okay, how do we make sure they don't find out? Well, let's take video. Take video? Okay, and then we'll post it. Great idea. And she says, you'll be fine, I hope. What kind of teacher is she? I don't know what subject she teaches. Doesn't say. I don't know if any of you guys know what subject she teaches, because she is definitely not. I'm glad she was never a teacher for my kids. I'll tell you that much, Laura Russo. And hopefully the boy is okay. They said the boy told his parents once he started feeling sick, but I didn't see any report that said whether he was okay or not. I would think he's okay. Otherwise, they would have said. But luckily, the kid's okay. What if she screwed it up? Or what if it was too much or too little or not the vaccine? Like they said, what if it's something counterfeit? And this kid ends up in grave danger. Take that, Laura Russo. Damn it. Speaking of minors, Carol Roby Minor. How did she get access to the vaccine? I don't know. Just go to the doctor and get the shot. What the fuck, she says. I know, Carol. I know. I hear you. I get it. The boy didn't want to, he wanted to get the vaccine. I guess his parents didn't want him to do it. I guess, but he's got to figure that out with them. Actually, I wonder at 17 you probably could go on your own to, to a pharmacy and get it done. Yeah, I don't. 4 years to me is a light sentence, even if the boy is fine now. It's still a light sentence. She really messed with somebody's life, and you don't have to be a teacher to know better. So, all right. Right, Joan. Right. I believe me. You got to watch this lawyer. See this woman who's a teacher. Definitely not the sharpest tool in the shed. You got to watch the lawyer, because I'm telling you, what he said, that the lawyer, she was doing something good. But you got to watch like a good chunk of the interview, because he says some other stupid things. He clearly was nervous. He clearly does not have a lot of experience with high profile cases, and he too sounds like an idiot. And I forget his name, but Carol says, "Did you hear about the teacher here in Texas that put her teenage kid in the trunk to bring him to drive through COVID-19 testing site?" I did not. I did not hear about this. What do you mean put him in the trunk? Why? Did the child have COVID? So this parent thought keeping him in the trunk would not make, he wouldn't be contagious? What does that mean? Yes, another bright light. Imagine putting kids in trunks, says Joan. Yeah, I didn't hear about this at all. And yeah, what kind of moron put your kid in a trunk? And how long was he or she in there? No, I didn't hear about that one at all. Brendan Burt, if he is at his teacher's getting injected with anything, there is something gone pretty sideways. Right, exactly. Right, that's why I say 4 years is a light sentence. Let's see, we got some other crazy stuff. All right, we got a cool story, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen by now. Yes, she isolated him by putting him in the trunk. Yep. So, meaning what? That the kid had COVID? So obviously this brain surgeon said, "Let me put him in the trunk. He won't be contagious there. You can't catch it there." It's amazing to me how we're all allowed to reproduce, but we all need, licenses for other things. We should be licensed to. We should have to prove that we can handle a kid, or take a test to prove of what level we can have a kid. Yes, you can be a parent, or you can be just a temporary babysitter, or you can just be an aunt or an uncle, or you should stay away from kids, or it's amazing. Hello, Molly. Hope you're feeling well. Hope your foot is healing. I don't know what other ailments you have. She says, with that teacher, I also want to know why her student was at her house. Yeah, I don't think he was a student. I think it was just a friend of her son. All right. Let's take this call. You're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, it's Carol.
Hi, Carol.
Hey, Tony.
What are you wearing?
You're a one-man show today. Where's my girl?
Our girl is home today.
Okay.
She was just doing some stuff. Wasn't up to coming in.
Okay. She's feeling okay though, right?
Yeah, she's feeling good though. Thanks. Yes.
Good.
And how about you? What are you feeling? How are you feeling?
I'm fine. It's allergy season. Thank you so much. It's allergy season here in Texas, so it's either you're, as soon as you sneeze, it's a great way to get rid of people around you.
Well,
so
you know what that means, though. It means that you all have to, go to your trunks and be safe.
That's what I was saying when you were talking about this teacher. I'm like, I don't know. I had such high regards for my teacher when I was growing up. Like, when you saw him out in public, remember how you just freaked out? It's like, oh my God, they go food shopping.
Yes, right. They're human.
Yeah, it's just amazing. And now it's like, okay, who's teaching who here? And she got arrested here in Texas.
Well, yeah, I would hope so.
Because they reported her, she stuck him in the trunk, And they're saying, well, it was like a hatchback, so it's not really the trunk. And I was like, okay. But she still took them through a drive-through testing area. And because she's a teacher, and she's like, I guess, a really good teacher, and the kids like her, so the whole community is like coming and rallying around her. And I was like, she stuck a kid in the trunk.
Yeah, so that says a lot about the people rallying for her.
I know. Well, yeah. I mean, and it's close to me here in Dallas. Yeah. Wow. So I mean, put a mask on. Right. Open the windows. Like, seriously. You put him in the trunk. Okay, that's good.
How long was he in the trunk for? Do you know?
Well, she drove through the testing site. We have drive-throughs here where you can get tested. They're pretty large, so they have like the capacity of like 6 lanes, right. And they're spread throughout. So she was going through one of those, and when she took him, she said, "Well, you get in the trunk." Okay.
You know, and as weird as this may sound, Carol, I guess it could have been worse, because when you're dealing with that mentality, you know, I'm surprised she didn't show up with a Reynolds wrapped around his face. You know, because I guarantee if you're stupid enough to put the kid in the trunk, you probably had thoughts like that too. So
I know it's bizarre, right? It's like this is bringing out all the crazy to the it's frothing it to the top for sure.
Yes, absolutely right.
Especially like what the stories my husband comes home with, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like so, like we're living in the Twilight Zone, and I just want to get off the ride. Yep. I really do. I do.
Yeah, you can definitely see. It is nice though now, unless your husband will tell you different. But it seems like now that there's at least a light at the end of the tunnel for the time being, and it does feel like people are starting to come down a little bit. I mean, some people are starting to come down, and hopefully it's going to stay this way, and we can just get through this once and for all. And I do think your husband should write a book when this is all said and done.
Oh no, they think it was fiction. They really would, because I come home and he can't watch the news. We can't watch the news in our house anymore.
Yeah.
We can't read any of these. He just, because he's being a frontliner. He just can't take it, and I don't. He works on ventilators,
right?
So everybody knows. This is like he works on the ECMO machines, which is the other thing that's keeping people alive. And I don't know if everybody knows of that machine, which it's where they take the blood. There's very specific people who know how to work on these.
Right.
So it hooks into
many, right?
One of them.
Not many people who know how to work on these things.
No, right. They're very limited. That's why it's very hard to get someone on an ECMO machine, not only just to find one, but to be able to get them on one.
Yeah.
That's someone who's qualified to be able to do it, because it's what it does, hooks into your main artery, and it takes the blood out from your body, oxygenates it in the machine, and then puts it back in.
Yeah. Well, I'm not surprised there's not a lot of people that do that, because that's a serious procedure.
Procedure? Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was a tough word to get out. You okay? Did that hurt? It sounded like it hurt.
It hurt a little bit, yes. This is what happens when I'm by myself. I don't have people to help me.
I know. Someone needed to smack you in the back of the head and be able to get it out of there.
Well, for many reasons, I should be smacked in the back of the head.
I would never. My longtime friend Tony, I would never hit you.
Well, I would.
I trip you, but I would.
I trip myself. I wouldn't mind you smacking me a little bit. I would have no problem with that.
I'm sure Sallie would approve too. So. It would be okay, It's just as long as I smack her where she told me to smack you.
True. Yes, and it would not be where I would want you to smack me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, I just wanted to call and just let you know that even a one-man band going on, you're doing terrific, even if you can't get words out correctly. But you're doing a fine job there, buddy.
Gee, thanks for that.
Well, hopefully I will see you guys soon.
I would love that.
Yeah, we're actually talking. We're trying. We're trying to get up there, but it all depends. And now, especially, I want to go to the Islanders' new stadium. So,
let me tell you about the Islanders' new stadium. It's beautiful, but you would not believe a thing of chicken fingers, fries, and a Coke will cost you $60.
What?
I am not making this up. The prices are out of this world. You have to pay $30 to park, and the parking is like a mile away. So then they shuttle you in these broken down shuttles to the building, and then the prices are insane. It's crazy. It is really crazy. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's a beautiful place.
Are they trying to get fans to come in, or are they trying to? I mean, it was bad enough that they went to Brooklyn, and it was hard to get there. Even the players were like, Right. I mean, they were taking the train home.
Right.
And you'd hear a lot of them complaining, like Letty. He would, and we follow him because he used to be a Blackhawk.
Right.
So, but it's like, I just can't believe that they would not want to, especially trying to get people to come back.
I don't know what, I mean, this whole mess, our local officials have totally screwed this up. They built it in a place that's heavily congested as it is. And,
right. It's Belmont, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's Belmont, right.
I'm in Texas, but it's like,
I
remember,
sure you
it's
remember, yeah.
Off the southern state, correct?
It's off the southern, no, not really. It's more off Hempstead Turnpike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and which Hempstead Turnpike, especially when you're in the Nassau Queens border, which is where this is, heavily congested. When you have this building with a huge parking lot, easy to get to, it's right off the Meadowbrook. They right from the get-go, they should have just, I mean, they did. They tried to, revamp the Coliseum, but it wasn't enough. The Islanders should have stayed there. They should have just closed the building down temporarily and really built it up beautifully and make it super nice.
I agree.
They totally dropped the ball and made a mess. The last thing we needed was another arena. Now the Coliseum is on its last legs. It's probably
what are they going to do with it? I mean, it's just so sad. I mean, I think all of us who grew up in the 70s, 80s, and even 90s, that place was like a mecca. It's like, when you went to a concert there, I remember going, but it was like, I'm going all the way to Madison Square Garden to see a concert. It was like, I got to go on the train and everything else. It's like, when Uniondale, you park, and the parking lot, you never had a problem.
Right, never. Not at all. And again, easy to get to. The parkway's right there. And for us, Carol, I mean, it was, a 10-minute car drive for us. So it was convenient. I don't know what they're going to do. It's still up and running. They still have concerts. The local lacrosse game plays there. The Nets have a minor league team there. But you can just feel it. You can feel it. This is not going to last, and it's, who knows? It'll probably become low-income housing or become another strip mall. Something else we don't need.
Do you remember years ago when they were trying to do a revamp of the whole area? Do you remember that they were going to make all this like restaurants and stores and like a whole walk around,
which is what it should have been, right?
Yeah, and that was like, okay, this would be great. I mean, that place holds so many memories for so many of us, and I'd hate to see, it's just a shame,
Yep, it really
that
is.
It's going to go by the wayside, and I mean, especially it's like this weekend, I was a mess. Clark Gillies.
Yes, I was talking about that earlier. Yeah.
Oh, that gutted me.
And but I'm mad that they're not telling us what happened. Unless it's come out since, but on the day it was just. It's not like the guy was sick, at least not that we know of. It was just a press release. Clark Gillies died today at 67. Okay, what the fuck? What happened? What do you mean he's dead?
I guess apparently he had cancer.
Oh, he did.
And because he had his foundation, which we're helping out, and he was a big supporter of that. And I guess it came back pretty aggressively.
Oh, yeah, but
that's what I've been told.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. You got to dig to find that out. That wasn't part of the press release, and
right.
Yeah. So it pissed me off. Oh, that's sad. Can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bitch,
that's a really I was crying. Like Mike's looking at me. He's like, "What's?" Because he sent me. I didn't even know he was in the car picking up Zach and then coming back, and he sent it to me. He goes, and he said, "I'm so sorry," because he knows my first crush, big time sports crush.
Right.
I mean, I grew up in a house with old boys, so I had sports, so didn't no matter what. And growing up as a kid in the 70s and early 80s, I mean, the Islanders. I mean, I can't even think of my childhood without thinking of having the Islanders come into play.
Oh,
you know,
and going to the parades.
The parades and you remember Champion Limousine, correct?
Yeah.
Champion Limousine was the limousine of the Long Island Islanders. So they used them all the time. And one of the owners, do you remember Mike Luongo?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, his brother was one of the owners.
Oh, no. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they used to use them all the time. And years ago, when the guys would go to the airport and need service, they wouldn't park their car there.
Right.
So they would have the car at the Luongos. So they would park it there and be brought. And I'll never forget this because I lived in the B section near you.
Right.
And Luongo lived near Duffy.
Right, yes.
And near the horse barn.
Right.
So, and we've known each other since kindergarten. And I think it was probably 7th grade, right? 6th or 7th grade.
Yeah.
And he called me up on a landline, which is
Right.
Ancient. So it took you 5 minutes to dial.
Right.
So he called up and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I was like, nothing, just about to go, get on the bike toward the town. And he's like, "Well, you got to get over here." I was like, "What do you mean I got to get over there?" He said, "I'm looking at a bright, beautiful gold Mercedes." I knew Clark Gillies' car because I used to go to the practices and follow them out.
Wow.
And I knew him because he used to take me by the hand to get me out of the mosh because I was so little. I'm 5'1" now. At 9, I wasn't a whole lot bigger, so I would be trying so desperately. You go for $1 and then you wait outside. They all gave autographs, and him and Butch Goring used to park next to each other. So, and I loved Butch too.
Yes.
So I knew where to stand and where their cars were. So he had this beautiful gold Mercedes. Who has a gold Mercedes in 1980?
Right. Yeah. Yep.
And he's a big boy.
Yes.
So, I would get lost in the mosh pit of people trying, and the one time he grabbed my hand, pulled me out, and he started yelling at all the people, "Do you not see this little girl trying to get an autograph? You guys are pushing her out of the way." So he pulled me, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, this good," and he just was he was an amazing heart. He was a badass on the ice,
yes,
but had a heart of gold, and I never got on my bike so fast. I don't even think I hung the phone up.
Right.
Got on my 10-speed Schwinn, went down over Old Country Road Field, didn't go around.
Right. Well, that would be the quickest way to get there, yeah.
And just stormed, and I was rolling myself all over the car. I was like, "Oh my God, oh my God." And he's I don't know, a little bit later, Mike's mom comes out the front and goes, "Carol, get all of yourself."
And his father was, he was not too much taller than you, so I'm sure, Clark had to grab him by the hand too and get him out of there.
Oh my God, so funny! But one of the greatest guys, and it was just I loved how he always picked on Nystrom about his hair. So the pretty boy, he was the greatest, and just so sad. I mean, this whole weekend has just been really sad. But
yeah,
absolutely. And that's why then you come to idiots of the news. So there you go.
Well,
full circle.
Well, yeah. At least with these idiots, they give us a laugh after heartbreaking news like that. So
yeah, Well, it's just, and then it's just in this time, I just wish it would, just everybody would realize just like, it doesn't need to be a fight.
Right.
Just do the right thing. You know what it is?
Right.
If you want the vaccine or not, which they're I will say that 95% of the people in the ICU that my husband sees all the time, 95%, there's percentage, he has to see the numbers every day because he has to report it back to his company, are unvaccinated.
Yep.
That's a big number, and I know how people feel about vaccines or whatever else, and it's like, okay, you don't want to be vaccinated, but just do yourself a favor and just put a mask on, because you're not just protecting yourself, you're protecting the cancer patients, the people with autoimmune issues, all that stuff like for me, I have an autoimmune that it's really like my husband basically has to come home and put himself through a decontamination, and
sure.
It's tough, you know, and you just, so it's like, look out for your fellow person, fellow man, fellow woman, fellow them, whatever.
Yeah, right. Politically correct. And that's how I see it. I know you got people that even saying that the masks don't do anything, and we can go. If we had other people here who felt that way, we can go back and forth all day. To me, at the end of the day, it's really wear the mask. It's a pain in the ass, but it's not the worst thing in the world, and it's not that bad all the time. Or even if you need to go to the bathroom or something and take it off for a minute, But if wearing the mask is the worst that you got to do for a little while longer, especially now after we've been through so much already, if that's all we have to do for what is hopefully just a few more months and we get through this, well then let's just do it, whether you feel it helps or not. Just do it, just in case. Why not?
It's the easiest thing to do. It really is.
Really.
It's just I totally agree with you. It's the easiest thing to do because, I have a son on the spectrum,
right.
So what it's like to have them wear anything kind of intrusions or on their face or whatever. And if my son can do it and he can tolerate it and just do it for if you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for your fellow person.
Right.
Right. And if masks don't work, then the next time someone has to do a surgery on you, no one wears a mask. How do you feel about that? That's the way I look at it, and they're like, no. Well, then the masks work if you wear them properly. It's kind of like a jockstrap. If you wear it on your face, it's not going to protect your balls. That's the easiest thing I can say, and that's what I say to people. It's like gives the visual, right?
Yeah. Once again, as I'm trying to do a podcast here, you've left me speechless.
Well, and scene. I love you, buddy. You just take care of you and take care of the family. And I still have those hats for Sammy, so can I send them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not? And yeah, thank you, Karen. You're the absolute best. And yeah, hopefully we do get to see you soon. And especially your husband. He should have a party in Texas, a party up here. That guy should be worshipped. He is definitely a hero. But,
well, thank you.
Yeah.
I know. I tell him all the time. I was like, Sallie. I go, I think Sallie and Tony like you more than me. And he starts laughing. He's like, he goes, I am better looking. So, and I just start laughing. I was like, okay, all right, buddy.
It's not possible to like somebody more than you, but he's definitely on the same level, without a doubt.
Yeah, he's a good one. I don't know what spell I brought over him, but yep, I'm keeping it.
No spell needed. You're Carol Roby Minor, for crying out loud.
Yeah, we don't do the Roby so much.
I don't know. I'm
just minor.
All right.
I
Well,
know.
it's there.
Yeah.
All right.
But that's and hey, what I'll do is I'll send you guys some Buc-ee's stuff too.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever heard of it?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, Buc-ee's is like a Wawa. Here,
okay.
But it on steroids. You have to look it up. People do videos of it. It's amazing. I don't eat any of the stuff because I'm on such a restrictive diet, but they have these things called, and you're going to love this.
Yeah.
They're called beaver nuggets.
Nice. We could all use a good dose of beaver nuggets on a daily basis.
Yeah, I'll send an extra pack for Zach. How's that?
If you're sending me beavers, I'm keeping them for myself.
Oh, don't you let me? I just open the door and you walk right through. Isn't this awesome?
This is going to be hard to concentrate for the next half hour as I do this show.
Well, I will send it to the address that Sallie, I think, sent me. So
Okay, all right.
I will send it there. So, okay?
I can't wait to see your beaver.
Oh, I can't wait for you to taste them. Mic drop. See you later, buddy.
Thanks, baby.
All right, honey. I love you.
See ya. I love you. Bye.
Bye.
Wow. Wow. Carol Miner's going to send... I can't concentrate now. All right. I got videos to share. All right, I'll show you the weird one first. Did you guys hear about this guy in Connecticut? The guy who flipped out in over a smoothie? What store was it? I don't know if I have it. Just a local smoothie shop. All right, I'll show you the video and then I'll explain it. All right. So, all right. So let me set this up. So yeah, I'll show you the video and then I'll explain it after.
Please don't yell at us.
Yeah. Don't videotape me.
You have no room to yell at us.
I want to speak to the fucking person who made this drink. Is that you?
No, it wasn't me.
We don't know who made it, so.
You don't know who made it?
There's 4 of us here, so we obviously don't know.
Fucking stupid, fucking ignorant high school kids.
Okay, bye.
I want to speak to the fucking
Bye.
manager.
Okay, you can call corporate whenever you want. Goodbye.
John, stop. You're on camera.
Fuck
You're on
out of
camera.
here,
You're on
you
camera.
fucking bitch.
No, I don't care.
Give it to me right now.
What?
Now watch this. Bam.
I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police.
Fuck you. I want the fucking telephone number right now.
Gianna,
I want the telephone number. Shut the fuck
You
up.
shut up. Get out. You can call corporate whenever you want. Bye.
You're a fucking idiot.
Okay, good for you. Bye.
I want the fucking
Bye.
number.
Bye.
Shut up.
You shut up. You're not gonna tell me to shut up. The fuck? Who are you? Who are you?
Fucking immigrant loser.
What? Fuck you.
Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. You're going to jail. You're going to jail, you racist piece of shit. Bro, call the police now.
All right. And then it just goes on and on from there. But that was the worst of it when he throws a drink and then he tries to get behind the counter, tries to open the door, gets behind the counter. All right, so let me explain this. So the man has been arrested. He went. So the story is he goes to the smoothie place, orders the smoothie. Now, he claims he told them no peanuts in this smoothie. There can be no peanuts. He claims he told them that he has a son with a peanut allergy and he was getting the smoothie for the son. But now the employees are saying he did say no peanuts, but he did not really specify why. He didn't tell them about the son. He really didn't go crazy. But meanwhile, so the employees have acknowledged that much, that he did say no peanuts, and his receipt says no peanuts. Turns out the smoothie had something in it with peanuts. But he didn't know it at the time. He gives this smoothie to his son. His son had a severe reaction. I do believe he's okay now, if I'm not mistaken, but at the time, he had a bad reaction, had to go to the hospital. And this is right after that. The father got so upset that he went back there and he was screaming and carrying on, and like he did. James Iannazzo, 48, of Fairfield, Connecticut. So yeah, he ended up turning himself in to authorities because he did leave by the time the authorities got to the smoothie place. He has to go to court February 7th. But He did tell authorities that he's not a racist, that all this just came out of anger because he was so incensed over his son that he just reacted. And, reacted poorly, but he reacted. So I'm just curious what you guys think of this. Does he get a pass, or maybe like a little pass because of what happened to his son? Again, the employees did acknowledge, and the receipt shows it, that he did say no peanuts. Does he really have to go further than that? And say, well, are they going to care more? Because, if he said my son has a peanut allergy, why? Why does it have to be that? He told them. They screwed up. They screwed up bad. I'm not saying this guy was justified. He shouldn't have thrown the drink. He shouldn't have threatened by trying to get back there. I mean, what you don't see in this video is what happened before that. The video starts with him already arguing with the employee. And you do hear him asking to see a manager, and the employee's telling him that the manager's not there. There's got to be somebody in charge. If the manager isn't there, there's got to be a way to contact this person. So I don't know. I'm wondering if maybe this guy was already worked up, and then the employees were not really caring and not really helping him. A part of me understands him being set off. I don't agree with him throwing the drink. These girls are 21 at best. At least they don't look older than that to me. By no means should they have thrown the drink. By no means should they have tried to get back there through that door. By no means should he have said, racist comments and, alluding to them being illegal, dumb immigrants or whatever he said. But no need to confront them, right, says Pagino. Oh, he says no pass at all. I don't know if I totally agree with that. I mean, if my kid had a severe reaction to their screw up, and then I go there to tell them about it and they don't care, I got no problem with yelling at them. I wouldn't call them the names he called them. I wouldn't throw them the drink, but that would make me pretty mad if they screwed up and didn't seem to care about it. I would probably call her a stupid bitch, but that's not racist. And they deserve to get yelled at. They had a part in this. But no pass at all, says Plajanos. Okay. Bosie, getting back to the teacher putting their kid in the trunk because he had COVID. Do what Bosie does. He just leaves his kids outside. That's good advice. Brendan Burt, I have a 6-year-old daughter. Anybody throws something at her, I am getting arrested, no pass. Okay. Well, and that's what I'm saying. He had no right to throw anything or be threatening in any way or be racist, but I didn't know if he just gets somewhat of a pass. I mean, because the anger is understandable. His actions are stupid, but his anger is understandable. So I didn't know if he gets a little bit of, if he gets any sympathy at all. All right, but you guys saying no. All right. And again, he probably would have gotten further and more public sympathy if he didn't throw anything and if he didn't get stupid by, saying what he said. If that smoothie, it seems like it was full, is still cold, then he should still be in the ambulance with his son. I don't know if it was full or not. I don't know if it was still cold or not. But, I mean, when he throws it, you see the girl. I mean, she has it all over her back. I think it's safe to say it's at least half full. Plajanos, there is nothing that will be accomplished by showing up. So what would you do then? Just a phone call? And I agree, Brendan. He should have still been with his son. They did give a timeline. He was there. He went back around 1:40 in the afternoon. When did he go get it? He was there an hour and 15 minutes earlier. Yeah, I don't know. At an hour and 15. So the kid drank the smoothie, had a severe reaction, went to the hospital, and was deemed to be okay all in an hour 15, I guess that's possible. I guess. But I'm with you. An hour 15, yeah, I'm still at the hospital. Even if he is okay at that point, it's only an hour and 15, especially in a situation like that, flies by. So yeah, I'm not leaving either. I feel awful for his son. Yes, of course. Absolutely. And it shouldn't have happened. And the girls, even though this guy was an idiot with his actions, these girls should still be in trouble. These girls, they should have consequences for, endangering this guy's son. You're live on the air. Who's this? Hello?
Hello. Can I please speak to Patricia Baptist?
I'm sorry, but which Patricia? You broke up for a second.
It's just
we
Baptist.
have a Baptist?
Yes, Baptist.
All right, can you hold on a second?
Certainly.
Okay, hold on. I don't see her at her desk right now. Can I take a message?
Desk? Oh.
Yeah.
I thought I was reaching the Baptist residence.
No, you called the business.
Oh, I apologize. I'll call her at home.
Okay,
Sorry.
thanks a lot. Okay, so I would call. Then I would contact the police and cooperate, says Andy Plajanos. Yeah, I probably would call too, but I don't know, but showing up, I mean, if he showed up and just yelled and screamed and that went viral, I would say then the guy should get a pass. If he didn't do any, I wouldn't blame him. Your emotions are up, you're upset. I wouldn't blame him for showing up there. Not the smartest of moves, obviously, but even if he didn't do those stupid things, even if he just went there and yelled and screamed, I wouldn't blame him for that. So, all right. We've got another video to show you, which I'm sure locally you guys have heard about this. This 73-year-old woman in a town called Seaford, which is almost directly south of us. Maybe a little east, but just maybe 10 minutes away. Great little town. I lived there. I used to live there. My father, I think, grew up there or spent some of his time there. I don't know, something like that. But, yeah, it's a great little town. I drive through there every day on my way here and on my way home from here. And, yeah, so the 73-year-old woman, we did this a long time ago here on this show where the scammers called here demanding money. We had a field day. And that's why I love messing with them when they call, like that call that we just came in. And you guys hear the stories all the time. You have to, this is a popular one where somebody calls. Usually it's a senior citizen of some sort and says, Grandpa or Grandma, it's me, your grandchild. I'm in trouble. Send me, thousands of dollars right now. And see, this has to be explained to me. Why do the senior citizens fall for this? Like, what happens when you hit senior citizen? Like, does your brain, does the wiring change? Like, are you not able to tell that the voice sounds nothing like your grandchild? Like, and then you just run up and get the money and send it? What's going on here? I know somebody that this happened to, where they were told they owed money, but they couldn't pay back in cash or check. They had to go get gift cards. And this person went and got a ton of gift cards. And then we had to, smack this person around. And just the other day, just a few days ago, my mother calls me up. She calls me up. She goes, I got a text message from Chase Bank. Says, I got to call them immediately to face this, face a certain matter. Or we're going to have to pay them money. So I'm like, she goes, did you get this text? I'm like, no, why would I get this text? They texted you. Well, it's all, because my mother is on my account. Well, it's all under the same account. I go, okay, but the phones aren't all Tony Walker. Your phone is under your name. My daughter's phone is her name, and my phone is my name, and so on. We don't get, unless it's sent as a group but they're talking to you and your Chase account. I don't have a Chase account. Do you have a Chase account? No, Ma, I don't have a Chase account. Do you think it's fake? Do you think it's spam? There you go. Ding, 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 ding. I said, Ma, don't worry about it. Are you sure? Yes, Ma. Yes, Ma. See, my mother, she can't afford to have the rewiring done in her brain. Obviously, I mean, look at me. You guys can see what, obviously from me, you know that, I don't come from a family of geniuses. My mother's going to kill me. All right, I'll get back to this, and I'll show you the video in a second. First, I'll take this call. Thank you guys for calling today. I like talking to you guys. You're on the air. Who's this?
It's Knockem Dead Show.
But you're the Knockem Dead Show?
That's right.
No, this is the Knockem Dead Show.
No, I am.
How can you be the Knockem Dead Show when we're the Knockem Dead Show?
No, I'm the second one.
The second one? Oh, and that's an evil laugh, too. I don't understand. I didn't know there was a second one. You can't go around stealing our name, sucker. We're going to have to sue you.
I don't think so. I have to sue you, you sucker.
Sue me for what? I didn't do anything.
No, you took my name.
No, you took mine.
You're a fucking bastard.
Whoa! Whoa, you're a very vulgar Knockem Dead comedy show.
I'm going to sue you.
Ho, ho, ho. Wow. Wow. All right, now you're scaring me a little bit. So how are we going to resolve this?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Maybe I'll send my friend DJ D-Love to kick your ass.
I don't think so.
I do. I think so.
No, I don't think so.
You don't mess with DJ D-Love.
It's to kick your ass.
Show
well,
you.
Guess what?
What?
I'll get you, Tony.
This is DJ D-Love after all?
I'm always getting you.
You threw me off because you're calling so late. You threw me off. I didn't know it was you.
I got you, Tony.
You got me, pal. You got me. Hey, I showed everybody the videos before of you dancing around at the roller rink.
I didn't comment on it either.
I did not. I didn't comment on it because I saved.
I comment on their videos all the time. You know that, right?
Well, I didn't comment because I saved the videos. I didn't watch them. I watched them live on the air today. That was the first time I watched them because I wanted to save it.
You need to comment on it.
Well, I'll comment on it later on today after the show. But thank you for sending me those videos. It looked like you were having a great time over there, dancing and rocking.
Oh, it was great. I had a good time, actually, Tony.
Glad to hear it, pal.
I had a great. And guess what?
What?
I got it for free.
You got it for free?
That's right.
How come?
I told you. I told you that we're working soon over there.
Oh, so they gave you the employee discount. They said you're an employee here. You can come in for nothing.
Oh, yep, that's right.
That's very nice.
What else, Tony?
What?
My cousin is this one. So my cousin went there to roller skate for free to actually also.
They let your cousin in to roller skate for free?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And guess what else?
What else?
My cousin was about to pay for the video games. And when he hit something else, my cousin had to pay for me on Friday. My boss paid for me.
Oh, your boss paid for you where? Oh, for the video games?
Yep.
Wow. They take good care of you over there.
Oh, yes, they do. Trust me.
Wow. Very nice. I'm jealous.
Tony, it was packed on Friday night.
Oh, yeah? Was it packed?
Oh, yes, it was. I had a great time.
Very nice. I like it.
I had a great time on Friday.
Good.
It was a blast.
Excellent. I'm happy for you, pal. And I will comment on the video later.
And I will do it again and again and again.
Yeah, of course. As you should.
I was thinking about you Friday night, too, when I was at the Wolfscat rink.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you know why?
Why?
They were playing old damn song for you, Tony.
What song is that?
They're playing old jams, like old songs, like
old jams. Oh, okay.
Like 1980s.
Oh yeah. Like all right. So make that your song of today. Sing one of them. Sing one of those old jams for us right now.
No, actually, I got something for the week. Actually, I got a song for you for the weekend.
Okay, go ahead.
Yo, my name's DJ Love in the place to be. See, this is when I'm gonna call you on Friday and tell everybody's gonna go to those get links. Now you messed up. Guess what? We're still friends, Tony and Sallie. But guess what? You still want to pay in the neck sometimes. See, that's what I want to tell you. All my friends are not come dead. All the roast get links. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. But nobody answered my text. So now, I still like you guys. But you guys are still my fans. You're still my friends. But guess what? My name is DJ D-Love and the place to be. Pretty soon, I'll be working at the Wolfskin Links. And pretty soon, you will see me over there. So one day, you guys come over there too. And guess what else? I'm having my birthday party over there too, this year. So if you guys want to come over for my birthday, I want to have it. So my name is DJ D-Love and the place to be. Yeah.
DJ D-Love. Nice job. Well done.
And actually, I am having my birthday party over there this year too.
All right, I'll keep the date open. We'll swing on over and skate around.
It's on a Saturday this year.
It's on a Saturday. Okay.
And I'm gonna get invitations, and one of the invitations is coming to you and Sallie, and the rest are not coming to people.
Nice. All right, I'll make sure Andy and Jeff and Don are available, so we'll all be there.
Oh yes. And guess what, Tony? I had one thing. I want to say one thing too. I had made some chicken wings, like not chicken wings. I had some good chicken. I had barbecue chicken. It was delicious, man.
Nice.
It was awesome.
Well,
then on top of that, I had a slushy too.
Nice.
And I was like, damn, Tony, I wish you were here right now, sucker.
Well,
one of the videos, I like, damn, Tony, I wish you were here right now.
My friend Carol from Texas, she's going to send me a bucket of beaver nuggets.
Oh, boy.
I can't wait to sink my teeth into that beaver. You don't like beaver, right?
No, I don't know what that is.
What's that?
I don't know what it is.
You don't know what beaver is?
No.
Oh, all right. All right, maybe I'll try to save one for you.
Yeah, hell yeah, me too.
All right, pal. Well, thanks for. Go ahead.
One more thing.
One more thing. Go ahead.
What's that to my show again?
I keep telling you, we got to talk to the boss.
Forget about the boss. She's lazy anyway. She's so Nazi anyway.
She is the phone Nazi. I don't know.
Yeah, she is.
I don't know. We'll have to see what she says. I can't afford to get in trouble with the boss. So we'll have to see. But we got plenty of time, pal. All right.
I know that.
So let me run. And you, thanks for calling, pal. And you have a great day.
All right. One more thing before I leave.
Go ahead.
You suckers.
Suckers. DJ D Love. Suckers. All right. Oh, my mother texted me. What did she say? Leave me alone. I'm having a drink. You are a piece of shit. My mother wrote that to me. You believe that? She wrote, "You are so much smarter than me." Well, I never said I was smarter than my mother. I'm just saying it's obvious, you get an idea of how smart my mother is when you see this. And, you see this and you don't think, oh, that guy, he's sharp. So there you go. But it's not just you, Ma. It's all you people that are way older. Like, I don't understand. What happens to senior citizens? Like, why do they believe this? Why do they fall for this stuff? It has nothing to do with technology. I mean, they're calling you on the phone. Who cares that it's a cell phone? They're still calling on the phone saying, Grandma, Grandpa, I'm in trouble. Send me money. And they do it. Except for this lady. This lady didn't fall for it. 73 years old, got a call from a man on Thursday. He claimed to be her grandson, told her he was in jail, and he needed to contact his lawyer. The man on the phone said he needed $8,000 so he can post bail. The woman, a retired police dispatcher, suspected it wasn't real, but she played along with the ruse. Then contacted Nassau County Police. They arrived and hid inside, and when the man pretending to be a bail bondsman arrived to collect the money, they got him. So I give this woman credit. She's a freaking hero. However, at the same time, I'm like, holy shit, this woman had this guy show up at her house. Like, now they know where she lives and stuff, you know. And, you know, God forbid this guy, you know, did something before the police came out. But I'll show you the video because there's video of it. Here we go.
You booked a sunny Verbo ski chalet with endless views of snow-covered peaks.
The quick thinking of this 73-year-old Seaford grandmother who only wants her first name used, Jean, is being credited for taking down an alleged predator.
I knew he was a real scammer. I just knew he wasn't going to scam me.
The former 911 dispatcher says Thursday morning she received a call from someone claiming to be one of her grandsons. The caller said he had been arrested for drunk driving and was in jail.
He starts calling me grandma. And then I'm like, I don't have a grandson that drives, so I knew it was a scam.
Jean says she immediately knew the call was a hoax, but decided to play along for fun. After several calls back and forth, a person claiming to be her grandson's lawyer told her he needed $8,000 for bail.
I told him I had the money in the house, and I figured he's not going to fall for that. Well, he fell for that hook, line, and sinker.
Meantime, Jean also called police. When a man pretending to be a bail bondsman arrived to collect the cash, she handed him an envelope filled with paper towels. Waiting officers then pounced and took 28-year-old Joshua Estrella Gomez from Mineola into custody. Police say the suspect was arrested and charged with attempted grand larceny in the 3rd degree. He was issued a desk appearance ticket and will be arraigned on February 3rd. Police say elder scams like this one are rampant.
I love that. I love how, you know, because we all get these scammers all the time trying to get us. So I love how she took charge. I love how the guy had his back turned. I love how the cops don't just, you know, come out and say, okay, excuse me, sir, you're under arrest. Like, the guy comes out running at him. The cop comes out, runs at him from behind, and just tackles him. This guy had no clue what was coming. You know, I just love it. He's walking, all of a sudden, boom, he's tackled. He probably thought for a split second that it was the old lady. But I love it. That cop, you know, that cop is thinking, this is for every phone call, every time these scammers bug me or my family. I mean, they just took him right down, which I love it. I love it. That guy should have been beaten. And remember this name. Remember this name. Joshua Estrella Gomez. That's the piece of garbage who showed up at the house. Crazy. And I love, too, how the old lady wants the cops. I like the way she crosses her legs and just kind of stands there. She's like, that's right. She's cool. So that's a great thing. I love that story. All right, so I got one more video to show you. Brennan says, brilliant. Yes, it is. One more video to show you. I don't know. Have you guys heard about this really weird story out of Florida, sort of, with the Crystal cruise line? How they're out and about doing their cruises, and all of a sudden, a few days ago, they announced to everybody that they're closing. they're shutting down. The employee, and you know, so they're going to finish the cruise. They're going to dock wherever they were going, but then everybody has to get off, including the employees. They had no idea about any of this, so they were like, "What's going on?" So the deal was they were supposed to port, I think, in Miami, dock in Miami, but so they make this announcement. There were no rumors of any kind. Everybody was just caught by surprise. Like, what do you mean we're shutting down? Right? The cruise wasn't cut short. But they made this announcement. But then, I think it was a day or two later, it turns out they couldn't dock in New York. Turns out the Crystal, I forget the parent company's name, but Genting or something like that. Turns out they had no money. The money's gone. So, and turns out they haven't been paying their bills. So they were going to dock in Miami, and there were certain people part of the crew who were going to be arrested if they, came back to the States because they were going down to the islands. So they actually turned around and they went down to Bellini. I don't know, whatever island is down there. I'm not really up on that. So the passengers actually got an extra day because they rerouted. But yeah, so they went to this island, and if you're trying to get to the States, then you had to take a ferry from this island to Miami. It was crazy. But I'm going to show you the video. You'll know exactly why I'm showing you this video when I show it to you, because there's a personal connection. When I showed you the last video with the old lady, I hope you enjoyed the little ad in the beginning. I don't think there's an ad like that for this one. So check this one out. And again, there's a personal connection, so you'll see it. You'll see it when it comes on. All right, here we go.
A Miami judge issued a warrant for Crystal Cruises, giving authorities the green light to seize the Crystal Symphony ship. NBC6 reporter Laura Rodriguez is live tonight from Miami International Airport. And Laura, you spoke to some passengers who were on that ship and actually ended up on a shuttle that took them to the airport?
That's right, and these passengers were initially scheduled to disembark at the Port of Miami on Saturday and ended up disembarking in the Bahamas on Saturday instead. And then they were brought via ferry, as you mentioned, here to South Florida. Some of those passengers stayed in Fort Lauderdale. Others were brought via shuttle right here to Miami International Airport. And a cruise industry expert tells me this is definitely a unique situation, but most passengers we spoke to seemed understanding because their trip was not necessarily cut short. It just ended differently.
Will I go again? Yes. Will I make sure they're financially solvent? Probably.
Passengers and crew aboard the Crystal Symphony this week experienced a change of plans mid-voyage with a shocking announcement.
The captain announced that the company that owns the ship has gone into liquidation, and that the ship I was on was not going to carry on cruising past Saturday.
Crystal Cruises parent company, Genting, has been in and out of liquidation. This is the second time.
A petroleum company filed a lawsuit in Miami federal court this week against the Crystal Symphony, Crystal Cruises, and Star Cruises for what it says are unpaid fuel bills. A judge then issued an arrest warrant for the Symphony, a maritime practice where a U.S. Marshal goes aboard the vessel and takes charge once it enters U.S. waters.
We were told that the reason we weren't going to Miami was because there was a warrant out for the arrest. I honestly thought, this is a joke, right? I mean, this is like a movie. You couldn't make that up.
Elio Pace is an entertainer who was hired to work on the Crystal Symphony until February 23rd. He says he's worried about the future of the crew who worked on the ship for years.
They're really unhappy. I mean, their futures are uncertain. This is their jobs. They've been on these ships for 10, 15, 20 years.
The Symphony was scheduled to return to Miami on Saturday, but instead the ship docked in Bimini. Passengers arrived in Fort Lauderdale via ferry and were then transported in shuttles to Miami. In a statement, Crystal Cruises said in part, "We know that today's transfer to Port Everglades via ferry was uncomfortable due to inclement weather. This end to the cruise was not the conclusion to our guest vacation we originally planned for."
I love Crystal. They've done the very best they can.
Okay, so there you go. Showing our little personal connection, our very own Elio Pace. I do think that's the common denominator here. If you guys, you guys who've been watching the show for a while, you guys know Elio is a dear friend. He's been on this show many times. And you may remember 2 years ago when COVID was just starting to really, kick in and craziness was just starting. You guys remember Elio was performing on a cruise ship then, and they weren't allowed to dock because people on this ship were catching it. So they weren't allowed because they didn't know, they weren't sure how it was spreading yet. They weren't sure what was going on, so they wouldn't let this ship dock. I think they stayed at sea for like another week or two. So I think that's the common denominator here. I think Elio is there's something about him that is just ruining cruise ships. So I think he needs to be stopped. I'm just having fun. And I don't know what it is. There's something about that shot of him wheeling his stuff around like a homeless guy. It just makes me laugh. I don't mean to make light of it. It was a crazy situation for those people that were there. I understand the ride, the ferry ride to Miami was just awful. And then, of course, like Elio said, these poor people have been working there for years and years with absolutely no clue. All of a sudden, they just find out of nowhere, oh, by the way, we're done. So now these poor people, have to find new jobs. Yeah, it's just, it's a crazy situation. It's a weird situation. Elio said his phone has been ringing off the hook. He's been posting videos on his Twitter account that have been going viral. He said news outlets have just been reaching out to him like crazy. He was on NBC News this morning. I don't know if it was the Today Show or just part of their, might have been part of the Today Show this morning. I forget now, but he's been on all sorts of news outlets. But he's in Florida now. He's through it. He got back to Florida safely. He was supposed to perform for a few more weeks. So he's just going to have a little makeshift vacation down there in Florida. His birthday's coming up. He'll be down in Florida celebrating, his birthday in Florida, which is a fun thing to do. So glad he's okay. And, yeah, so there you go. Weird story with the Crystal Symphonies. I understand, how they could lose money because I'm sure a lot of people weren't taking cruises. They didn't want to be confined, but so I can understand that. But it's a weird thing. Thank God it didn't happen to an airline, says Brendan. Well, that's what I mean. I'm sure airlines are. I'm sure they took a hit too because people aren't traveling as much. But imagine it did happen on an airline. Craziness. All right. And that's it. I'm done. I'm out. 12:40. All right. So thank you guys for hanging with me today. Hope it wasn't too bad since I'm by myself. But thanks for the phone calls. That was fun. Thank you, DJ. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, of course, Carol, who's going to send me her beaver. Can't wait. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, 11 o'clock. It is Tuesday Trivia tomorrow, which is always fun. So please join us for that. Don't forget Friday, we got Nick Ginsburg, or Ginsey, as he's known as. I know that was a joke. Brendan, I know that was a joke. Because, the airline, what would they do? We're going to close tomorrow, so we're just going to stop this flight. So Friday, Friday we got Ginsey will be joining us. Talk about his experience at boot camp and what he's been doing since. Great show, says Brendan. Thank you, pal. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys hanging in there with us every single day. Whether it's whether we're sharing our show on your page, whether you're calling in or just commenting, even if you're not commenting and you're just watching or listening, whatever you're doing, I appreciate it very, very much as we try to make something happen here and try to make some kind of money. But so please share our show. Tell everybody you know about it so we can drive up our viewer numbers and get some advertising dollars in here. And try to get some more shows in here. We've lost a few shows lately. I believe 1 or 2 may be coming back soon. We're also working on some new stuff. So we're always working hard in here, which is why we have great shows tonight. 6:30, Steve Squared. At 8 o'clock, The Wort with Mike, Pete, and Steve. Not any Steve from Steve Squared. That's different Steves. But we have a third Steve on The Wort with Mike and Pete. That's tonight, 6:30, and then 8 o'clock. We're back here tomorrow for Tuesday Trivia. Please join us for that. And enjoy the rest of your Monday. See you tomorrow for Tuesday Trivia. See you guys. Thanks again.